When you're doing it yourself.
Nobody here. We have no friends.
We're in the Keys and we're on a boat out in the
Yeah.
Gulf, and we're doing something that I've never done before, which is fishing.
I already caught one.
He
You know,
did.
I just stood there and reeled it in, but it counts.
Oh, yeah. This is the backyard of the oldest house in Key West, and we're going to show you the inside of the house.
Look at that shark! Oh my God!
That's a hammerhead. That's a hammerhead.
Chad dropped me off at Blue Heaven because usually there's a good long hour wait, and the place where we're parking the truck is about a half-a-mile walk. So I got out and they said that it's only going to be about 30 minutes. So I'm hanging out by myself. He made it.
Actually, I have a little bit of a side stitch from walking super fast. At our favorite brunch spot.
We've been here for 6 weeks, right? And we've got like 1 day left, and so we made it by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah.
I'm chasing you. I'm chasing you. When I called to see if the oldest house was doing tours today, she said, oh, the docent just left. And I explained that this was like the third time we've tried to take this tour. So she said that we could come in and ask for her. So we're going to go in and ask for Maddie.
Welcome to 1829. This house was built by Richard Cousins. He was a shipwright that immigrated here from the Bahamas. Hence the term conch really comes from the Bahamas. It's not a Key West term. Although you'll hear all our native-born Key Westers consider themselves conchs, it's technically really a Bahamian term. So the house was constructed in what they call vernacular architectural style. That means they used locally sourced materials. At that time, Key West was pretty much the Wild Wild West still here in Florida. So whatever they got from shipwrecks and salvaged, that's how they got the materials to build the house. Interestingly enough, this house has no nails in it.
Wow.
So it was all joined just like a ship. And that's why it has survived multiple hurricanes and is still standing here today. So Mr. Cousins left us in 1831. Texas was opening up their frontier, and he felt that that was the next opportunity. And then here you'll see the portraits of the last family that lived here, Captain Francis Watlington, who served as our harbor pilot for many years, and he had a naval background. And he married the lovely Emmeline, who moved here from New York. Her family owned the home and then later sold it to her. Emmeline was a ripe 16 when she married Captain Wallington, who was 22. They raised 9 daughters here in the house.
Wow.
7 lived to adulthood, 2 died from yellow fever. Take a look at that portrait. Who does that remind you of over there? Just really quickly, look at the other 2.
Well, you're going to laugh, but it looks like Paul Simon.
It does.
I was like, that looks like Paul
Well,
Simon.
turn around, look at this facial feature, and then you will notice the resemblance.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is Captain Watlington dressed as a woman.
I was going to say, it looks like a guy.
Yes.
I didn't want to offend her.
So it's not Paul Simon.
No.
I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me out.
The house originally had 4 rooms, which is what you're looking at. You have the dining room there. And then you'll notice on the table we have a little bit of artifacts here. We recently redid our garden, and one of the things that we did was we invited an archaeological team to come and do an exploratory dig. And lo and behold, they found a lot of little goodies.
Oh,
One of them helped us identify what china they were using in the house.
oh.
So we went on auction and we actually found an original piece.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you'll notice the spoon in there. On the handle, there is an engraving that says cold. Well, if you look at the portrait of Mr. Wall, that portrait was donated by the Cold family, which means that at some point they must
lost a spoon.
They lost a spoon.
he must have given them the spoon or the silverware as a gift.
Yeah.
And then you'll see some inkwells. These were little potions. Arsenic was used back then.
Yeah.
And here's an example of their diet. A lot of shellfish. So that's an oyster shell that would have been consumed at that time. That was all found during our exploratory dig.
So only this piece was found in the dig.
Correct. And it helped us identify, yes.
Okay.
And then this is a cool little thing. This is actually what the kids would have played with. It's a homemade marble.
Oh, wow.
That would have been something that they would have played with here at the house.
Cool finds.
Yes. Here was the children's room. In West, they styled the houses. They created what they called sleeping porches. You'll see there's a connecting door to an outside. Today it's our utility shed, but it would have been a sleeping porch. They would have had mosquito nets for the girls, but that's how they expanded the sleeping space, was they all used the sleeping porches in order to accommodate the extra people. I don't know if you've traveled through the South, but you know the hammock style bedding that still exists today, and we're lucky to have an original tightener, which is original to the house as well. Yes, that's where that old saying goes: "Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite." That's what they mean, is to tighten up your bed hammock. The mattress would have been filled with palm fronds, hay, whatever they find. There was no real foam at that time. Here's an example of the 7 surviving daughters at their father's funeral. And people ask, why would they get photographed at their funeral? That was very common in that era. In fact, in most photos, you also see the corpse. I don't know why, I guess they want to leave a memory, but it was kind of a little morbid.
Yeah.
Here is one of the aunts with the little baby. That is Earl Johnson. He was the last surviving member of the family lineage to live in the house. He passed away in 1972, and the house was left abandoned for 3 years.
Oh.
And here in the hallway, you'll see this beautiful painting. This is by Mario Sanchez. Mario Sanchez is recognized as one of the most prolific folk artists from the Key West area. He would etch out a design on a piece of parchment paper, or whatever paper he could find, transfer that onto a piece of wood, and then etch it out and paint it. So very, very interesting how he came up with that.
Yeah, you can tell it's got depth.
Style.
Yeah.
And his work can be seen at the Smithsonian National Institute of Folk Art. So we're very proud to have that piece. It is an original and priceless.
That's beautiful. The condition looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very well preserved.
Wow.
Yeah. And this would have been the master bedroom. This was not the original bed. This was Lilibeth, the last daughter that lived in the house. When her parents passed away, she decided to move in her own bed and took over the master bedroom. And that is a portrait of Mrs. Rosemary Austin, who was so gracious to have donated the house to the state of Florida, which we maintain today. Now people ask, why would they continue wearing these Victorian style dresses and accessories? Well, you have to understand, in the 1800s, there was no regional fashion. The only thing they could find is whatever was shipped here by a boat. Most of it all came from the New England area, the New York and New England area. So whatever they were wearing there, that's what they were wearing here. And the men were very formal as well. Now this is more of his official wear when he would receive guests here as harbor pilot, and he eventually became a state representative. He would have important dignitaries that he would have to entertain in the house, so he also maintained a very formal attire at all times.
That's pretty sharp, though.
And this is an original house, and you can see how wooded everything is. This is Duval Street, which is just a dirt road.
Yeah.
And that would have been one of the celebrations here, probably, I'm going to assume it's like a 4th of July celebration, you know, because we still didn't have Memorial Day then, you know, in that era. So
I can't get over how tall the ceilings are.
1829, this house was built. Incredible. Very solidly built. But the home itself is really in great, it's not bad condition for the 1800s.
No, my gosh, no.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm assuming that you know, the AC wasn't standard. But it looks like they could have opened the doors and a lot of windows and stuff, so it could have gotten...
That is exactly what the conch style architecture is. If you notice, doors face doors, lots of windows, lots of air circulation. Very, very important, because as you imagine, in August, September here in Florida, it's extremely hot. So this is the outside of the house. Water would have been one of the most important commodities at the time. We have the original cistern that still operates. In fact, the mosquito guy just dropped off our little fishies here.
Oh my God.
It still retains
Oh, wow, it's
water.
deep.
Yes, it still holds water. It's still functioning. We don't use the water, but the mosquito control department does bring us fish. He drops them off today. They eat all the larvae under there.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so it helps us with the mosquito population, of course. So Captain Wallington decides to come back. After the war is done, he talks to his daughters. They said, okay, you can come back, but you're not getting the house back. We're just closing off one of the porches. They created the captain's room. So I'll bring you in here.
Wow, this is so beautiful. What a quiet
I would
oasis.
say it's an oasis on
Oh my
Devon Street, right?
gosh,
Nobody
yes.
knows that yard or that garden
It's
is back here.
amazing.
So this became the captain's quarters. They would have had a bed here. This is actually his working desk. So he did manage to go back into the salvaging and wrecking business, which was still very widely used here in Key West. That's the Confederate little hat he has there. One of the ceremonial swords at the top. Captain Wallington did not see any battle action. He was stationed in Alabama. Because of his nautical and naval background, he was the one in charge of sending out the shipments to the Confederate ports with supplies. So when he moved back in, the girls let him have this space. They added the door there for the leaning porch, and he lived here until he died. Here you'll notice the original map of Key West. This is way, way early in the settlement. And actually that main street you see there is not Duval Street. That was Whitehead, which is the street right behind us. That was the central road here. So that would have given you a good idea of, just how much water there was and how many marshes there were. And like I said, the Indian Wars were still happening in the first years of the development of Key West. Then turn around, you'll see the map of Key West in 1884. And like I mentioned, in 1886, we had that big fire. This is all reclaimed from all those salt ponds, all those marshes were filled in.
Wow.
Have you been to Fort Zachary, Tenoria?
Mm-hmm.
There it is out in the middle of the water.
Oh, wow.
Just to give you a sense of how much land they reclaimed and dredged in order to make that happen. So there is Fort Zachary Taylor at that time in 1884.
Makes a lot more sense there.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so strategic. They
Yeah.
really have, control of the port and Mallory Square and all the docks there. So, yeah, really important. Now, remember that painting I showed you of Captain Wallington and Drive?
Yes.
That's what the painting was before she put him to shame and painted him as a woman.
That's so funny.
So just so you get an idea of what that painting should look
Wow.
like. And then here's a little interesting black mark in his history. Captain Wallington participated in what they called the first insurance fraud here in the Keys. He had a deal with the local lighthouse operator. They would shut down the lighthouse at certain times of the evening when certain ships were in the area, so they would purposely wreck so they can go in and salvage. Right? This is the blacklist of all those people that were involved. I remember I said the vernacular style of architecture.
Yes.
Here's a great example of that. Take a look at this window over the door.
Okay.
We like to say there was rum involved when they installed this.
Oh, yeah.
The boards are not the same width, some are wider than others. Again, they worked with whatever materials they could salvage, mostly from ships that would wreck in the area. Key West had one of the largest reefs in the country, so there would have been a lot of wrecking going on. So there is the kitchen. Many homes in the South, all of them had outdoor kitchens because it was so hot. And of course, most of the structures were wood. You don't want fire near wood.
Hello, little bird. Hello.
Key West was interesting in that it was a very diverse population even back then. She would have had a servant, but we don't think she was a slave. She probably worked for room and board. So they would have baked goods, but they would have had shelving here to cool whatever they baked for the day, and then they store it in their pantry. And a lot of the items you see are all original to the house.
Really?
Most of the fruits and vegetables are all Caribbean influenced because again, a lot of it was settled by Bahamians at the time. And Cuba too had a big influence being so close. Stroll the property. There's some nice clean bathrooms in the backyard.
Okay.
If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you so much. This chimney is original, she said too.
This is such a huge chunk of real estate right in the middle. So is this the old outhouse?
She said that they kept moving the outhouse, remember? It'd fill up and then they'd move it and they'd fill up.
Who the heck knew this was right off Duval Street.
This little oasis, and I shouldn't say little, it's actually, look how big this is. And now, back to the madness. Oh. Which way are you going, buddy? Oh no! Where are you going?
This way. Go that way.
Oh. Go, 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 go! Okay.
Clear.
Clear. Yeah, you're good. We are heading out of Key West, and we're gonna make a stop on the way out to see some friends. We're gonna hop into the naval base, Sigsbee campground, which will be cool because we haven't been there yet. We haven't seen it. And somebody doesn't have their base privileges.
I gotta do that.
There's a long list of to-dos that we have to do, and you know that one just, it doesn't sound like any fun, and I know it'll be a lot of red tape, so you know it keeps getting pushed off, which is fine. But anyhow, going to Sigsbee, stopping by to see some friends.
They're moving their RV. Hopefully we can catch them mid-move.
They said,
Because
can you
nothing's
give
more
us
fun.
20 minutes unless you want to laugh because we're moving sites. So I'm like,
We want.
I want to laugh.
We do.
Now they got the site that's nice.
My head's spinning like the wheels on my rollerblades. 'Cause your love's racing through my heart like it's got no
Thank you for having us. See you next time.
way. You keep me moving. Without you, I think I'd lose it. 'Cause even if I'm slowing down, I can count on you to keep on cruising.
Something new that we've never done before.
Ever.
Fishing
In the Gulf.
on boats.
We are not fishermen. We are not fishermen, women.
I haven't fished since I was a kid.
We're going out on a real fishing boat in the Gulf. This is going to be an adventure.
Basically, all you have to do is sit down, hang out. I'll do all the hard stuff.
Ah, it's our kind of deal.
Hey, you guys, this is Mike, and he is Key West Charters. We can already tell this is going to be a good time.
Key West Charters. What's the website?
Go keywestcharters.com, or you
Nice.
can reach me at my phone number, call or text 786-301-9550. So if there's a fire or anything like that, use any one of the emergency exits. Okay? If you see me jump off the boat, you guys should probably jump off the boat right after.
All right.
Man overboard, everybody off the boat. There's life jackets, flares, bells, whistles, smoke, mirrors, everything you need right in that seat that you're sitting on there
Hey,
on the front right.
what kind of fish are you expecting today? Like,
Today I'm hoping we're going to catch some yellowjack and
Yellowjack.
some snapper.
oh, okay.
They're both very great table fish.
Awesome.
You guys ready to roll?
Ready.
All right, here we go.
Woo!
We already caught our limit.
What kind of little guys are those?
Those are called pinfish.
Pinfish.
And I have never met another fish that doesn't love pinfish. This is an awesome sandbar. Tide's a little lower, it can get to be, all exposed. I haven't fished since I fished with hot dogs for catfish in the bayous.
Mike's like, oh my god.
No, that's awesome.
There you go, look at that.
You did good. Good job.
Now people are gonna
fish.
think,
Hey Mike, you promised us fish, come on. How long is it gonna take?
Man!
Hold this pole for like a whole minute?
I knew I was taken from the first look. My heart was cracked like the spine of a book.
I'm sorry guys, I promised you fish. Oh my god, did you see?
Oh, I missed it. No.
Life like it is where you're meant to be.
I'm jigging for him right now.
He's getting jiggy with it.
A couple, yeah, getting jiggy with it. A couple different techniques to catch these guys. You can do it live bait, cut bait, or you can do the artificial, what I'm doing right now. You can see the artificial guy.
Oh, looks real.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna move, guys.
Okay,
Should
we're
have been
moving.
getting some action. We're moving. They're not here right now.
You look my way in moments I am hypnotized. Time carried you to me from I can't imagine life without you. Your love pulled my heart into the deep. Without your love, I'd be swimming over empty seas. Your heart called my name. I'll never be the same with your love. I'd be nothing without your love.
That'll eat.
Nice. Look at that. Good job, Kathy. So he was just a little bit too small to keep.
A little too small.
Oh.
Center side.
There's a place in my mind where I want to be. I imagine you sitting next to me.
Oh, I got one. Oh, shoot. You got one?
Nice.
I think so.
Yeah, real. Oh, you got one.
Oh, shoot. I can't.
Doubled up.
Hey Mike. Oh, nice, yeah, there you go.
Yep, just keep reeling. He's still way out there on yours.
Trying. You're trying to take that. That's your win. Take the win. Here. Take. We got the spot, Mike.
Now this is fishing that I like right here. This kind of fishing.
We got the spot, Mike.
This is fishing.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, there's no way I could have gotten this sucker. Look at that. Whatever it is. Oh my gosh. Whoa! Kathy, look at your fish. Holy crap, Sean, yours is
Oh, much bigger. Come on.
Oh, wow! Yeah! Holy crap! Whoa! Look what we got!
Perfect. Awesome. Look at that.
Nice. All right, Mike.
That is beautiful. We're in the meat.
Yeah! Woo!
It's a new kind of life and I'm trying to live through.
Pull up, and then now reel.
It's the reeling part for me too, Kathy.
Oh, you're on, Sean. You're on.
Oh shoot!
You! I'd say we found some fishy.
Yeah, you're the man.
Found the spot.
There was never any doubt in my mind.
What'd you get?
Oh, nice, and you reeled it in yourself.
Good job.
Way to go.
Let's see that, Kathy.
wow. I just caught that.
Holy crap!
You reeled it in. All right.
Kathy,
We're gonna need more bait.
that's the biggest one right
All
there.
right, Kathy.
You got it.
Look at you!
Yeah. She's ready for dinner.
Yeah, buddy.
Our friend Sean caught the Goliath grouper.
Oh my gosh, this thing was massive.
Oh my gosh! Holy cow! I caught a Goliath! Caught a Goliath!
Of course, we had to throw it back because you're not allowed to keep those.
No. Can I get a picture with him? Oh, yeah. Let yourself. Look at that! All right.
That's awesome.
We almost caught that shark that went by.
Oh my gosh. That guy wanted that Goliath grouper that Sean was getting ready to throw back in the water. I don't think he got it.
He might have saved that grouper's life.
That's a hammerhead. That's a hammerhead.
I think these scoundrels down here are waiting for the scraps.
I think they are.
Put your finger right through that little slice and smack it on the water top over there, just like that. Just smack it.
Oh, really?
And the tarpon will come up and grab it out of your hand.
Did they bite your finger?
Yeah.
They don't like my fingers.
There they come.
I chicken out.
That was awesome.
That was so much fun. You guys have fun?
I did. We had a blast. There's my big fish.
Thank you, Captain Mike. That was fantastic. And he cleaned the fish and everything.
Yeah, that's the best part.
That was amazing. That was a great day to end our visit down here. So that was fabulous. You guys go check out Key West Charters and tell Mike you heard about him from us.
Radio check.
Check. You want me to get up in front of you?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, let me run up here. I'm running, guys. I'm running. Okay.
I can't remember. Do we usually go right out of here or left?
Can we go left, babe?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure left is the way we've gone before. My left, not your left.